What if the most important rules about money were never written down anywhere? No textbooks, no school classes, no obvious instructions. And yet, some people seem to understand them naturally. They make decisions differently. They think about money differently. And over time, their financial lives begin to look very different from everyone around them. Stay with me until the end of this video, because the final rule we'll talk about is one that almost nobody notices, yet it quietly shapes who eventually becomes financially free and who remains stuck. And if you enjoy exploring the hidden psychology behind money, success, and human behavior, take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and watch until the end. It helps this channel reach more people who are trying to understand how the world really works. Most people believe wealth is about income. Earn more money, get a better job, work harder. But if income alone created wealth, high earners would never struggle financially. And yet many people who make good money still live with constant pressure. They earn a lot, but they keep starting from zero. This is where the first invisible rule appears. Wealth is not built by income. It is built by the gap between income and lifestyle. Two people can earn the exact same amount of money. One expands their life every time their income increases. A bigger apartment, a better car, more expensive habits. The other person keeps their lifestyle relatively stable. The difference between those two decisions slowly becomes enormous. Because the second person creates something most people ignore. Margin. Margin is quiet. It doesn't look impressive. But margin creates stability. And stability creates options. The second invisible rule of wealth is patience. This sounds simple, almost obvious, but very few people actually practice it. Modern life constantly pushes the opposite message. Fast results, fast money, instant success. You see headlines about people making millions quickly. You see viral stories about overnight breakthroughs. But those stories hide a deeper truth. Real wealth compounds slowly. At first, the progress looks almost meaningless. Saving small amounts, investing consistently, building skills gradually. Nothing about that process feels exciting. But compounding does something powerful. It rewards time, and time quietly multiplies disciplined behavior. A small investment repeated for years becomes significant. A skill practiced consistently becomes valuable. A reputation built patiently becomes opportunity. The problem is that the early stages of compounding feel invisible. And humans are not good at staying motivated when results are invisible. Which leads to the third invisible rule. Consistency beats intensity. Many people try to change their lives with bursts of motivation. They work extremely hard for a short period of time. Then they burn out. Then they stop. Then they restart again later. But the people who eventually build wealth rarely move like that. They move slower. But they move continuously. They save every month. They invest regularly. They improve gradually. And because they never stop, their progress accumulates. This is why consistency is so powerful. It allows compounding to actually happen. Now here is another invisible rule that people rarely talk about. Wealth grows quietly. In the early stages, it does not look impressive. There are no dramatic changes, no sudden transformation. From the outside, it may even look like nothing is happening. This is why many people give up too early. They compare themselves to visible success stories. They see someone who appears successful, but they rarely see the quiet years that came before. The quiet saving, the quiet learning, the quiet discipline. By the time success becomes visible, the real work has already been done. Another invisible rule of wealth is psychological control. Money decisions are rarely purely logical. They are emotional. Fear makes people sell too early. Excitement makes people chase risky opportunities. Social pressure makes people spend money they cannot afford. And comparison makes people upgrade their lifestyle too quickly. People often believe financial success requires superior intelligence. But in reality, emotional control is often far more important. The ability to stay calm, the ability to avoid impulsive decisions, the ability to ignore short-term noise. Those skills quietly protect wealth. And protecting wealth is just as important as building it. Now here is one of the most misunderstood rules. Wealth is not just about accumulation. It is about flexibility. Money creates something extremely valuable. Choice. The choice to leave a toxic job. The choice to move to a better environment. The choice to take time to learn something new. The choice to say no to opportunities that do not align with your values. Many people believe wealth is about luxury. But luxury is simply the visible side of money. Freedom is the invisible side. And freedom is what truly changes a person's life. Which brings us to the final invisible rule. The people who build wealth often think about time differently. Most people trade time directly for money. Hours for salary. Effort for income. But over time, wealth builders slowly shift their focus. They begin creating systems, investments, assets, skills that scale. Instead of working only for immediate income, they build structures that continue producing value over time. This shift does not happen overnight. It happens gradually. Small investments, small improvements, small systems. But eventually those systems start working in the background. And when that happens, the relationship between time and money begins to change. At the beginning, you work for money. Later, money begins working for you. And that quiet transition is one of the most powerful turning points in financial life. Now here is the insight that ties all these invisible rules together. Wealth is rarely created by dramatic moments. It is created by repeated decisions. Decisions that often look boring in the moment. Saving instead of spending. Waiting instead of rushing. Building instead of consuming. Ignoring noise instead of reacting emotionally. These decisions are invisible. But over time, they quietly separate people. Some build systems. Others chase stimulation. Some build margin. Others expand lifestyle. Some invest patience. Others search for shortcuts. And those paths slowly create very different outcomes. The invisible rules of wealth are not secret, but they are quiet. They reward patience, discipline, and long-term thinking, which is why most people never follow them consistently. But if you begin paying attention to these patterns, something interesting happens. You start seeing the structure behind financial success. Not luck, not magic, but behavior repeated over long periods of time. And once you understand that structure, the game begins to look very different. If this video helped you see money and success from a deeper perspective, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and watch more content here. Because the more you understand the psychology behind wealth, the more control you gain over your own future.